Well, thank you for joining us on this Wealth Generators independent presentation. We're here to share with you a phenomenal company, a wonderful idea, and something I believe you might be interested in. But let's ask ourselves, who is Wealth Generators, or who owns Wealth Generators? Wealth Generators is owned by a public listed company called InvestView Incorporated. And of course, the founders of Wealth Generators, you can see them on your screen here. There are 4 founders, 4 owners. We have Ryan Smith, Chad Miller, Annette Rayner, and Mario Romano. These guys are experts at what they do. And it's fantastic that we can plug in, we can use their expertise to make a lot of money from the comfort of our own home. Now, this idea was established back in 2013, and very recently they've got an upgrade in their rating. They used to be an A-rated company, now they're an A+ rated company with the Better Business Bureau. Now, A+ is a fantastic rating. You can see it here. This is the Better Business Bureau accredited profile. It tells you all about the company, their 4 years in business. It gives you their address and telephone number. It tells you when they opened the business, started the business. All the facts are here. And you can see over here, they've got an A+ rating, guys. That's very important because an A means out of 100, you get 94 to 96.99%. But this company has got between 97 to 100%. Now that's very, very, very high. 97 to 100% is fantastic when you look at their ranking. And that gives you confidence, that gives me confidence that we can talk to our friends, our family, our colleagues, people we work with, and share this fantastic idea with. So what is Wealth Generators all about? Guys, it's very simple. Wealth Generators is here to help you make money even when you go to sleep tonight. Most people, when they sleep, they don't make any money. Even the people that own shops in your town or your city, when they close the shop, they stop making money. What we're going to show you with Wealth Generators is you can make money when you're working, you can make money when you're sleeping, you make money on your telephone. If you've got a smartphone, we can make your phone make you money even when you're working, driving, traveling, sleeping, on holidays. Your smartphone can make you money. And we're going to show you how to do that with Wealth Generators. The idea is very simple, guys. 95% of people are out there working hard for their money. Now, there's nothing wrong with working hard for money, but there is 5% of people, just 5 out of 100, that don't have to worry. They're not worried about where the rent's coming in or the mortgage money's coming in. They're not worried about feeding the kids or getting the best education. They're not worried about finance. And when you're not worried about finance, you get better health. I've been told that a lot of the health issues created today is about people worrying, people under stress, pressure from work, pressure from job, lack of money. It hurts the family, and what people get much, much healthier when they're making a lot more money. We're going to show you how to make some serious money from home. Guys, it's very, very easy. Wealth Generators have put together a basket of products. There's several products that we can use. I'm only going on this presentation to talk about 2 of them, but there are many, many products that you can share and use here that will make you a lot of money. And the idea is very simple. They want to show you how to find money in your present circumstances. They're going to show you how to grow money. And more importantly, guys, they're going to show you how to keep money. You see, if you think about it when you left school, think about all the money you've earned in your job or your business. Think about how much you've earned every year. Here's the question. How much have you got now? Where is all that money? So most people aren't very good at finding money. Most people aren't any good at growing money. And most people are certainly no good at keeping their money. This company is designed to give you financial education, tools, tips, training to teach you to be more efficient. You see, we don't get financial education at school. Schools don't teach us how money works. Guys, these guys have programs that you can learn how to find more money, how to make your money grow. That's what we're going to do this presentation on. And finally, how to keep more of your money legitimately. Guys, this is fantastic. So let's talk about their performance. Let's see what these guys have done in the past. You see, nobody has got a crystal ball. Nobody can see what's going to happen in the future. But what we can definitely do is we can look into the past and see what have these guys done. How well have they performed? Now, before we go here, I will say that past performance is not any guarantee or any indication of what the future is going to hold. We've got to agree with that. However, let's take a look and see, are these guys successful? The first product I'd like to share with you is a fantastic product. It's called the FX Accelerator. Now, this is something you can order up from your computer, but then you can download it onto your telephone, and this makes you money even when you sleep. This makes you money about 5.5 days a week. You won't make any money on Saturdays and Sundays, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and half day, you're going to about 5.5 days you can make money with this. It does it automatically. You don't have anything to do. You don't have to learn anything. You don't have to take time off work. Your phone will start to make you money when you see how this product works. It's incredible. Now, I'd like to show you how it's done last year. Back in May last year, about a year ago, in the very first month, it did minus 1.4%. Minus 1.4%. So that's not very good. But let me tell you, to set up the account, there may be some costs, and for that reason, it didn't make any profit. But look what it did in June. The very next month, it did 5.9% profit on your money. Now, most people can't calculate or work out, is that good? Is 5.9% good? Well, guys, I want to show you how good that is. 5.9% is fantastic. If you owned a big shop in your town or your city, let's say you owned the building that Boots Chemist is in, or you owned the building that Tesco is in, and Tesco are renting it from you. If you rented that property, you would get somewhere between 4% and 10% in a year. That's what the property guys get. All those guys dealing in property, going to auctions and buying property, they're getting somewhere between 4 and 10% a year profit in a year. I've just shown you a product there that got 5.9% in 1 month. So the first month it did -1. The next month it did 5.9% profit. So let's go back to our slides and see how good this is. This is fantastic. So share screen. Give me 1 second to go back here. You should be able to see that now. In the month after, in July, it did 5.1%. That's fantastic. In August, it did 0.7%. Now, that's also good. 0.7%. So the next month, it did 5.1. I mean, that's better than property would do in a year, or it's as good as property in a year. This is 1 month. The next month, it did 0.7%. Guys, that's also very good. Why? Because if you only got 0.7% a month, and there's 12 months in the year, if this is all we got every month, it would work out at 8.4% a year profit. Now, that's excellent. That is excellent. It's as good as owning a Barclays Bank, because if Barclays was your tenant and they were paying you rent every month, after a year, you'd get about half of that. You'd get about 4 or 5% profit. This, if we only got 0.7% a month, is as good as a very good property portfolio. Let's go to the next month. In September, this product did 7.6% in 1 month. The next month, it did 7.3. The next month, 7.7. And in December, it did 3.9% profit for the month. Now, guys, what we'll have to do is we have to add all this up and divide by 8 months. It means that the average received for customers was about 4.6%. And what that means is the guys that started in this month didn't get -1.4. It actually worked out at 4.6 when you leave it for a longer term. The longer you leave it, the more accurate the percentages work out. So it's incredible. Now, that was last year. This year, it's spectacular as well. Let's take a look at how this product has done since January this year. Now, what the company will do is they will give you an account, and you can actually use this account yourself and track this and test and see, does this work? It's also backed by a third-party validator. Now, a third-party validator is simply a different company telling us that these results are correct. These results did happen. These are true. Now, the system we use is called FX Books. It's a third-party validated software that if they said they did 4%, you can go and check or get an expert to check. Did these guys do 4%? Yes, that's exactly. I can see it here. It's perfect. So let's have a look at this year, how the account is done. Now, this is an account that you can open it in dollars, you can have it in euro or pound sterling. It doesn't matter. You decide if you want to trade in dollars, euros, or pound. So if you're from the UK, it would make sense probably to keep it in pound sterling. So therefore, instead of the dollar sign in your account, it would be a pound sign. You could, let's say, lodge £250 or £500 or £1,000. You lodge that into your broker account, and then you get these guys to make that money grow for you. Well, this account here, you can see it opened on the 10th of January, and the customer deposited $3,200, and just 2 months later, it had made 10% in 2 months. Now, if you owned a property and you got 10% in a year, you're very happy. This did 10% in 2 months. So that's far, far better than property. And in property, you need a good credit file. You need a good a company that's going to lend you the money. Generally, here you don't need to borrow any money. Here you get your money to grow better than the property business. Guys, this is the biggest business in the world. There is no bigger business than Forex. This is bigger than gold. This is bigger than property. This is bigger than retail. This is bigger than medical. This is bigger than oil business. This is bigger than travel and tourism. Guys, this is bigger than the motor trade business. This is the biggest business in the world. It's doing 5.4 trillion per day, and this is exceptional. Now, what I'm going to show you here in the center is what would happen. Okay, so this is hypothetical. What would happen if you tried this, and let's say you deposited $3,200? What would happen in a year or 2 or 3 years or 5 years if they only got 5% a month? And that's based simply on they did 10% for 2 months, which is 5% for 1 month. So if you did that for a year, your $3,200 would end up at being worth $5,700. After 2 years, your $3,000 is now worth $10,000. After 3 years, your $3,000 now is grown to $18,500. That's brilliant. Most people don't know how to grow money. This grows your money. In the 4th year, your $3,200 is now worth £33,000. You could buy a new car. How much did the car cost? Well, it only cost you $3,200 because this company grew your money to $33,000. After 5 years, look at year 5. If we achieve 5% a month, and I can't guarantee that, I'm only basing it on past performance. If they achieve 5% a month, you would have almost 60,000. Your 3,000 is worth 60,000. So if you want to get out of debt, if you want to get your kids through the best education, that now costs money. If you want to move house, if you want to move to a nicer area, if you want to buy a nice car, how can you do it in the real world? Very, very difficult. But if you've got programs like this, people to work your money for you, this gets quite exceptional. In 8 years now, your $3,200 would be worth £346,000. So if this company gets 5% a month on average, you see, average is up and down. It could be 2% this month, 2% the next month, then 12%. Now think about that, 2, 2, and then 12. What is the average? You add it up. 2 and 2 is 4. 4 and 12 is 16. But that was 3 months. 3 into 16 is over 5% average each month. So we're talking about average here. It's incredible. If you were to get 5% on average every month for 10 years, your 3,200 would turn into 1.1 million. Your 3,200 at 5% per month would turn into 1.1 million pounds. Guys, that is how you get money to grow. So I hope you understand it. It's very honest. It's very reliable. We have people on this call listening whilst you're listening. I was speaking to one guy today who made 5% this week. 5% this week. Never mind in a month. So that's just one of our products. Now, let me tell you about another of our products. The next product I'm going to talk about is called the FX Multiplier. And guys, this is my favorite. And the reason this is my favorite, because this one doesn't go up and down. This one only goes up. Now, the multiplier has been working for about 3 years. So if you're only hearing about this today, please don't be thinking this is new. This product has worked for about 3 years now, and it has never had a losing day in 3 years. Now, if we have a look at this account we're showing you started on the 21st of April 2016. It's almost a year old at the moment, but this record was up until the 7th of March. So it started on the 21st of April last year and up to the 7th of March 2017. The deposit this customer made was $9,965. Now, this account must be operated in dollars. The other account can be operated in pounds, euro, or dollars, doesn't matter. Of course, it doesn't matter if it's dollars anyway, because when you take your money out, it goes back into sterling or back into euro, wherever you're from. We put it back into your account in the same currency that you started with. So this account in 10 months has done 34.99%. 34.99%. Please allow me to call that 35%. Guys, this is incredible. If you own property and you're getting 10% a year, you're doing great. This product I'm showing you has done 35% in 10 months. And guys, this is the multiplier 1. What you need to realize is that it takes time for it to get these averages. The company don't take your money and just go and buy currency. The company have to get the right currency. So what they do is they buy euros, pounds, they buy dollars, they buy Japanese yen, and they hold this money for you, and then they sell it back to the market when the market needs it, and you get profit. And it just takes a little bit of time for these averages to work out. So your first month might be 1 or 2%, your next month might be another 1 or 2, the next month might be 3%, the next month might be 6%, the next month might be 8%. It's like opening a new shop. If you open a new shop, you just don't start making the massive turnover. It takes a little bit of time to get some customers in the shop, to make some money. And then next week you get new customers and the old customers come back. And then the next week you get more customers. And after a while in the business, then the shop can see that, hey, every week we kind of turn over the same kind of money. It becomes normal, it becomes average. But at the very start, it's slow before it gets there. And that's the same analogy I want to teach about this product. It takes a little bit of time to stock up your shop. The day you start, you don't have any stock, you don't have any dollars, it's just your money. So they take a little bit and buy some dollars, and then they buy some euro, and then they buy some pounds, and then they buy some Japanese, and they start to build your portfolio up, and then they sell it at a profit, and then the profit comes a little bit later. That's how this product works. So let me now just go back to the presentation. So this multiplier 1 has done 35% in 10 months, but no different than your cell phone, no different than your mobile phone. The mobile phone you have today is probably different than the one you had 2 or 3 years ago. Why? Because technology improves, technology changes. It used to be the iPhone 4, then it was the iPhone 5, then it was the iPhone 6, now it's the iPhone 7. So it gets better and better. Better camera, better speed, better technology, better apps. Well, this product here we're looking at, the multiplier 1, is 3 years old. It's actually just got better. Why? Because they've improved the performance. And what the company have done is they've started to operate multiplier 2.0. It's the new version. Now, the new version already, some of our customers have been upgraded to it last week. I believe this weekend that the other customers are moving over. So if you're already on this and one of our customers, the company will change you into the faster version automatically. You've nothing to do. If you're a brand new customer listening to this right now, you can get on this product straight away. This is a great product. In a test period, they tried it for 5 months without our customers knowing. They just tested it in the background. It got spectacular results. You can see here that the multiplier 2 did 42.9% in 5 months. 42.9% in 5 months. Guys, that is incredible. If you know any business people and you show them this and you can tell them they can get anything more than 20% in a year, they're very happy to do business. You show any businessman to get his money to grow by 20% a year, he will do anything for that. It's not possible in property. It's just not possible. Here it is possible because we've got the fantastic product. This product did 42% in just 5 months. That means the average is 8.5%. It doesn't mean you're going to get 8.5% every month. You might get 10% in your first month, 7% in your second month, 12% in your third month, 4% the next month. It's not fixed. It's trading. It's profit. It comes in, and over the term, when you add it up and divide it, it works out at 8.5% on our past performance. Let me remind you again, past performance is no guarantee of our future results. It just lets us have a guideline. If you were going to buy a house, you'd want to know the area the house is from. Is it a nice area? Is it a safe place to live? Is it a good district that you're buying the house in? You look at the past performance. If there's a new building site in a different part of the city, you just don't know what's going to happen over there. I'd rather go with something that's real, something that's been trusted and tested with a good company. Now, this slide here has nothing to do with the company, but it shows you the power of compounding. Guys, compounding is a phenomenal mechanism to make your money grow. Imagine this company only produced us 2% a month. Imagine that's all you got, 2%. Well, this example here is if you had £1,000 or $1,000, doesn't matter, €1,000, and if you only got 2%, 2% on 1,000 would give you, would turn your 1,000 into £1,268 in a year. Now that's 26.8%, guys. 26.8%. So what I'm saying is, if we only got you 2% every month, 2% a month, that's the same as 26.8% profit in a year. So that's much better than property. It's 3 times better than any property that you have. If you get into residential property, you'll not get any better than 4 to 10%. If you get into commercial property, you're not going to get more than 4 to 10%. If you get into gold business, if you get into gold bullion and buy gold, you won't get any more than 10% in gold in a year profit. Guys, this is your money growing at better rates than property and gold. Guys, this is fantastic. Even at 2%, that is a phenomenal return. Let's go back to the presentation. Let's go back to the slides. Now, if you're able to get 4%, have a look at 4% here. If we get 4% monthly, just a hypothetical example here, you'll see that you would make 60% in a year. Can you see that? Your 1,000 would turn into 1,600 in the first year. The next year it become 2,500. The next year it become 4,000, 6,000, 10,000. And in 10 years from now, your £1,000 would be 110,000. It would pay off the mortgage. It would means if you were wanted to retire in the next 5 or 10 years, £1,000 can turn into 110,000 if you only get 4%, guys. That's money growing. That's how the banks get their money to grow. They use this system as well. All the rich people use this system. The average people, they don't know how it works and they don't get involved. Wealth Generators is making this available for average people to show you how to get money to grow. Guys, look what happens if you get 6%. If we are lucky enough to achieve 6%, your £1,000 doubles. So 1,000 becomes 2,000. 2,000 the next year is 4,000, 8,000, 16,000. In fact, 1,000 would turn into £1,088,000 in 10 years if you get 6% every single month. Guys, my strategy is to try 1 or 2 products. Maybe one will do 4 or 5%, another will be up here a little bit more risky. But what I want to do is I want to try and use the products for a long time to try and work out if I can get that 6%. That would be beautiful. If I get 4%, I'm happy. If I get 3%, I'm happy, because this is your money growing. So here's my question. If it was possible to turn 1,000 into 10,000, or 1,000 into 110,000, or 1,000 on the left over to 1,000,000, or 1,000 into 10 million, look at the difference, guys. If you get 8% a month, yeah, 1,000 at 8% a month turns into 10 million in 10 years. You know, what would you pay for this? What would you pay if somebody could make your money grow like this? Well, I'm going to tell you what I said to my brother. I said to my brother, imagine we could find a company that could get £1,000 to grow and grow and grow and turn into £1,000,000. What would you give me? What would you pay me if I could show you a company that might be able to do that? He says, if you can turn 1,000 into 1,000,000, I'll give you half of it. He was prepared to give me 50% of the profit if I could find him a company that could do this. He said it's worth $500,000 to turn 1,000 into 1 million. Of course it is. Well, guys, our product doesn't cost anything like that. It's very, very easy to get into the business. Now, if you had this conversation with us, say 3 years ago, and let's say you had given this company or trusted this company with £10,000, your £10,000 after 3 years would be worth £89,000. Okay, it says dollars there. If you put in $10,000, it's $89,000. If you put in 10,000 euro, it's 89,000 euro. If you put in 10,000 pounds, it's 89,000 pounds in 3 years. And you can see how it went. It went up and up and up, and then for 4 months it was bad for a little bit, and then it went up and up and up and up, and then for 2 months it was bad a little bit, then it went steady, then it went up and up and up and up and up and up and up, and then it went 2 months, you can see there it was bad again, 1.5 months, but it doesn't matter, it goes up and down, upwards, and the result is what happens in the future, not what happens this week or this month. Investment is a long-term strategy. Same with property. You can't buy a property today and sell it tomorrow, because you won't get a customer, the solicitor can't do the paperwork. It takes time. It takes a property 10 years to double. So if you put 10,000 into property, in 10 years from now, it'll be worth 20,000. This is just 3 years, 10,000 has turned into 89,000 if you had been using this company for this last 3 years with the products they were using back then. Today, our products are better. Today, our products are doing better results than this, guys. This is fantastic. So how does it all work? It's very simple. What you need to do is you need to think about how much do you want to earn, how much can you afford to put into a broker account. Now in the center here, you'll see we have different brokers. If you lived in America and you're listening to this, you must use forex.com for the broker. If you live in the United Kingdom, you could use any of the brokers. I use Alpha. In London, there's also FX Primus. You could use, I also use Capital City Markets. I use these three. And you can put the money into those companies and take it out any day you want. These companies that I'm showing you in the middle of the screen here have nothing to do with wealth generators. They're massive regulated companies. For instance, the parent company of Capital City Markets does about 10 billion a monthly of trades, 10 billion. These are big companies, they're regulated, and it's very, very important to know that your money's safe there. If you want to take your money out, that's brilliant. You can take it out any day you want. It's your money. So that's what you must understand. You don't give us any money. You keep it in London, keep it with your broker, and if you need it back, just call the broker and have the money sent you. So your money's safe there. However, if you put the money into the broker, it won't make you anything. We've got to pay wealth generators to make the money grow. So let's say you owned a car and you wanted to get it fixed. You have to pay the engineer. You've got to go to the mechanic and get him to fix the car. You've got to go to the garage. You pay the expert to fix your car. You don't fix your car. If you have a sore tooth, you don't fix it yourself. You go to the dentist. You pay the professional to fix your tooth. And it's the same in everything you do. You go to the doctor, you pay the doctor. You have to pay the expert to make your money grow. They're going to make your money grow for you. So it's incredible. Now, all they want for all our products is in the first month, it's $259. So for those people listening from the UK, you're talking about £200 to get started with this international business, which is incredible, guys. £200 gets you started. That means everybody can start. Normally, you would need about £300,000 to do this. I know the multiplier product, you had to put in 300,000 to be allowed to use that. But this company have taken the product and said, hold on, we'll let everybody use it. We'll bring it down so everybody can afford it. And it just costs $259 for the first month. And then a month later, it's going to cost you about £40 a week on average, about $199 a month. Now, you have two choices. You see, the people and the software and the algorithms that make the money grow, these guys have a roof over their head like you. They have children, they have families to keep, so they need paid. No different than when you go to work, you need paid. It's money for money. So you need to pay these guys to make this happen for you. If you take one product, let's say you take the first one I showed you, you can have it for $149 a month. But if you want to try all of our products, it just costs an extra $50 a month, and you can use 3 of them or 4 of them or 2 of them. You can use them all. And I haven't told you about all of our products. There's some fantastic products in here that you can use 24 hours a day. There's education in here on how to make money, how to pay less tax legally. There's a lot of information here. How to save money is all the education comes with these packages. If you want all our products, it's $199. Now, $199, guys, is $50 a week, which is about £40. So for £40 a week, you can have your money growing. You can pay these experts that you don't have anything to do. You don't have to touch anything. You just have to watch your money grow. You can go to bed tonight, wake up tomorrow, and see how much money you made. You can go to work the next day, and when you come home from work, just see how much money you made. You can log in and check your balance any time you want. So it's very, very affordable. About £40 a week will start you making money. If you can't afford £40 a week, well, then you need to think seriously about doing this. Because if you can't afford £40 a week or $200 a month, somebody said to me, oh, it's $200 a month, I can't afford that. Well, then that tells me whatever you're doing is not working. Whatever you do for a living is not working if you don't have $200 a month. You need to be doing something different on top of your job or your business. You need to maybe get involved in our business. We'll show you how to make some money. But I'm going to show you now how to get this covered for you. We have a system that, let's say you pay your $200 or your $199, this company will give you back it every month. They will cover it for you if you can find them 2 or 3 customers that would like to try this. So they have a little reward system that if you can share this with 2 or 3 customers, the company will send you back your money every month. So you pay your $199, and then the same month they give it back to you. The next month you pay your $199, and then they give it back to you. So it doesn't cost anything effectively if you can find them 2 or 3 customers. So I'll show you how that works. It's very, very simple. Now the good news is you don't have to know anything about this. You don't have to understand it. You still can make money from your phone. It's a bit like if you drive a car. You don't have to understand how the engine works. How does the petrol go in from the tank, up through the center of the car, into the engine, and make it all work? You don't have to understand that. You just drive the car. Same here. You don't have to understand this. You just set up your account, put in the money, let it go, and it works for you. It's easy. Everybody could do it. I have 2 sons. My 2 sons set up an account with this. They don't understand it. They don't have to, but they're making money. They're making about 5% a month. They've been in for 3 months. They made 15% already, my 2 sons. 15% in 3 months. If they had bought a property in our town, they wouldn't have made 10% in a year. Here, they made 15% already in their first 3 months. And they're putting that money away. They're going to grow it and grow it and grow it to buy some cars, maybe to help get their wedding, maybe to pay for school fees. There's lots of reasons people want to do this. So here's my question. Do you need a retirement fund now or in the future? Would you like to retire, put up your feet and not go to work anymore? Well, if you put enough money into this, you can live on the profit. If you put in 100,000 and we make you 6,000 this month, you can live on that 6,000, keep your 100,000 working. Let's say the next month you get 4%. Well, that's 4,000. You can take out that 4,000 and live on it, so you don't have to go to work, and you've still got your 100,000. Let's say the next month they make 9%. You can take out 9,000 and live on it this month, so you don't have to go to work. You're living on the profit, and you've still got your 100,000. If you want to take out your 100,000, you can take your 100,000 out as well. It's your money. You're in control of your money. It's fantastic. Now, you don't have to put in 100,000. You can start with 1,000 and build it up and build it up. Please get back to the person that shared this with you to get your questions answered. This is fantastic. So how many of you have kids that would like to give them the best education possible? How many of you would like to get rid of some debts, maybe some mortgages, maybe move to a nicer area? Who needs a new car? Who needs to change their car? Who would like to live in a warmer climate? Who would like to leave something for their family? There's something that would bring money in when you're not here. Who would like to travel, see the world? Yeah. Well, because most people are working and working and working and working, they can't travel because they have to go to work. If you've got your money working for you, then you don't have to go to work. You can travel because your money's making you the money, not you. Most people spend 40 hours a week working for somebody. Some business owners have their own shop. They're working in their shop, but they can't leave the shop because they're stuck in the shop. They have to be there as the owners. But if you can get your money working for you, then life gets much easier. Guys, this is very exciting. So you can have all of those things I talked about, or you can have one of them or none of them. It's entirely up to you. I suggest you take action fast. If you don't understand it, just do it. Yeah, if you do understand it, just do it. Doesn't matter, just do it. Say, hey, this sounds good, I'm doing it. And if you follow your leaders, if you follow our training, if you follow our presentations, we'll teach you how to build a very, very successful business with us. Now, that thank you bonus I was saying is if you find us 2 or 3 customers, this company will cover your payment for you. And that means effectively, you don't have to pay $199 a month. So with just 2 or 3 customers, you're free. And that's fantastic. There's no burden on your household. If you don't want to share this with anyone, then you have to pay the $149 or the $199. But that's fine. You don't have to introduce anybody if you don't want to. We've lots of customers. I have 3 accountants in Northern Ireland. When they saw this, every one of them put in $10,000. They're not going to tell other people about it. They've just got their money growing for them. There's other people that will start sharing this with other people, and they can do that as well. So it's very simple. Just find us a couple of customers. Hey, you can have it for free. We'll cover that subscription for you. So there's no excuses. This, guys, is exceptional. So what I suggest you do is please do get back to the person that shared this with you. Do make a decision, get your questions answered, and get started as fast as you can. Thank you for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you again on our next presentation.